40 years ago, President Idi Amin issued a chilling warning that would turn lives upside down forever. He ordered the expulsion of more than 50,000 Asians from the country.
Many settled here in the Midlands. Central Tonight's Rajiv Popat travelled to Uganda, where Asians were given just 90 days to leave. In the first of a series of special reports, he's been speaking to those who say they're still haunted by the painful memories of the past.
A lush, fertile land. Tens of thousands of workers, mostly from India, fell in love with Uganda when they arrived to build the Uganda Railway at the end of the 19th century. As news quickly spread of the opportunities in East Africa, there was an Asian influx. Families have lived here for generations. Jyotsna Atara from Leicester has fond memories of growing up in the town of Ginger.
It's very free for young children. You could walk the streets, you could play out in the streets, play in the rain like you see in the Bollywood movies. Of course, you can't do that here, but yes, very good memories.
But that peace and tranquility enjoyed by so many was to be short-lived. I'm in the capital, Kampala, where many Asians used to live. Their lives changed literally overnight when President Idi Amin gave them just 3 months to leave the country. This was what he said back in 1972.
Asians have kept themselves apart as a closed community. They have been milking the economy of the country.
What followed was panic and fear. Renju Moda was 12 years old when her family left the country and eventually settled in Leicester.
There was a lot of heartache. People who rebelled, who didn't listen to what he wanted, they were punished, and they were severely punished, and there was bloodshed everywhere. Army were so brutal. We could see that they had just had their guns on everybody's heads. If we didn't open any of our luggage or anything in front of them, they would just kill the person.
Chandubai Tabani worked in the family import and export business in Uganda. He was in the town of Arua when the announcement was made. His friends, local Ugandans, advised him to leave the country for his own safety.
People from Arua says you go away from quickly here, otherwise you will be killed. It was very bad and very cruel. Military people, they were looting, they were arresting, taking everything, jewelry, or whatever they like, camera, everything,
Idi Amin had warned the Asian community they would be moved to a camp if they ignored his order to leave.
You see that particular area where he wanted to put the people, it's a very dry area and very remote. So people thought going there may be no food, there may be no drinks and things like that, you see.
Like thousands of people, Khalid Sheikh's family took the threat seriously and left. He was only 14 at the time. Soon after arriving in the UK, Khalid had various jobs. He's now the chairman of a packaging firm in Leicester. Khalid told me that as a teenager, moving to another country was an exciting prospect for him, but not for his loved ones.
We didn't realize the trauma that our parents were going to go through, and just a year before that, my mother died in a car crash. I don't think at the time any Ugandan Asian was planning to come to the UK. Their lives were at risk. They're prepared to go to any country.
Khalid travels to Uganda regularly to visit his mother's grave.
I've always been coming back, and I remembered exactly from my childhood exactly where the grave was. When I came back, it was like a jungle. But at the first walk, I found the exact spot.
Tomorrow we look at what impact the expulsion had on those who left everything behind to settle in the Midlands and how they helped to transform cities like Leicester. Rajiv Popat in Kampala for Central Tonight.
Moving on, the father of a man